Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones today? And before we start the analysis, just a reminder, please share the video on social media and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Or even better, drop us a comment. I'd love to engage with you, and the whole purpose of this is to help as many people as we can. Anyway, let's have a look at today. So right now the weekly candle is starting to look like a rejection bar off this downward trend line. So by the looks of things, this consolidation is going to continue into next week. So let's just get down to levels we can trade today. And I'm not going to say it bounced pretty well off there, because it actually looked like it had broken through, to me anyway. So let's just get back there. Probably have to. That's right. Yeah, there we go. So to me it looked like it had broken through. We're looking for a retest, but looking at it from a distance, it's looking like it's going to continue into next week. So we do have a grouping of the oscillators on the daily as well, and it's starting to roll, which is also a pretty good indication of something about to happen. I just want to have a look at the diversions. Okay, so double top on the MACD and lower price there, so nothing really to write home about on that. Let's get down. Okay, so what we do have is a break of the bottom Bollinger Band, and it coincides with the 40 moving average, 40 EMA. We've had a crossover here. We are below the 20. So for the 4 hour at the moment, this is looking like a start of a downtrend. I just want to get some horizontal levels in here. I think that is probably the big, well, go a bit further. I suppose that is going to be the level that we need to watch today. If we get breaks through this level, we can expect more downside. So yeah, again, you can see how the we had the diversions. We pointed out this wedge yesterday, and for all intents and purposes, this wedge is now broken. And targets. This is the first target. Second target for this wedge is going to be the first point of entry, which will be around there. Okay, but I do suspect that this is a sort of a final flag for this move to the upside. We're going to now start moving to the downside, but expect it to be violent at the moment, because you would expect it to come and test these levels. So these levels are, give me 1 sec, we'll get there. So we've had an after hours test of the 20 moving average, so pretty much that's what I'll be watching today on the hour, possibly the half hour as well, just looking for the 20 moving average. The longer we stay below it, the stronger this downtrend gets. So for now, we have broken through this level, and this is obviously the next one. So what I'm doing is to make sure that we should actually have a couple there. So let me draw all the lines in, and I'll explain them to you. Just going to ignore that one. Okay, so again, it's the inside tail. So this is an inside tail, granted, but this is another inside tail. So I'm always going for the inside tail, which is inside this one, if that makes sense. So this is the first level, but if I look to the left and there is something lower down, that's the one that I always aim for, is there. Okay, because that was the previous breakout. And you can see we had 2 bars at this level, and I can actually just drop it down a little bit. So that is a level that we need to watch. This is definitely a level as well, but to me that is a minor level. So this top of this tail is a minor level. This here is a bigger level. And then if you look on the downside, you'll see that tail and you've got all these other tails that interact with this level. So this zone here to me is a much bigger zone. And an easy way of doing this is just to draw in the tail, so that way you're not going to get it wrong. So there's my zone. That's my resistance or support zone to the downside, and that is the beginning part of this wedge. So that is an area you can expect something to happen. However, you can see we've hit the 1 hour 200 EMA, and we could, this could offer support to form a base. We do have the oscillators group at the bottom, so it is possible for us to move to the upside still. But, looking at the 4 hour, I suspect that we are moving, there's still more downside to come. Anyway, as it stands now, I just want to get this level in up top here. As it stands now, a break above 25,200 will validate this downtrend break. Okay, and that would be significant, because then we can expect this consolidation phase to come to an end and we start moving in a direction. And the same is true with the bottom. So if we break below, what's that, 23,980, then we can expect a violent move to the downside. Now, we had some mixed results come out yesterday, which is the cause of the current fall. And trade tensions are still very much on everyone's mind, especially since the European Union is getting involved now, threatening extra tariffs on the US as well. So I think there's still a lot more volatility to come. Okay, so let's just have a look at the closing range breakout. And hopefully you played this one yesterday. It was a very nice, basically your fourth target was hit from the closing range. So the minute we broke through here, that was your signal to be short. And if you look at the hour, you can see how we just tracked below the 5 moving average pretty much until the close. No, what time was this? Till 3 o'clock. Yeah, so right up until the open. So you could have hit target 4 before the open, closed out, and stayed out of this volatility at the open. Okay, so what's the situation today with the closing range? I somehow suspect that, we've already hit the breakout target. We've hit target 2, and so I suspect there's still more downside today. Maybe a bit of a retracement. Would be nice to get up into this area of, put a line in there. So that's the underside. Okay, let's delete this now. Right, so it would be nice for us to get a retest of this break, which is 25,056. Get a retest of this break and then move to the downside, which is possible looking at the oscillators, but I'm not really prepared to short at this level. I would be prepared to do a short up here, and I am kind of not in a mood, but I'd say I'm kind of leaning towards looking for a long in this area, which will probably be a scalp. Scalp back to test this level or back to the 20 moving average. However, if we stay below this 5 moving average like we did yesterday at the open, then it's well worth taking a stab at a short here. But we've got to get through these levels, and this is the critical part. So you've got to get through 24,960 to 24,880. Those are the levels that we need to get through. If we can get through that, then there's not really much that's going to stop us moving to the downside. Okay, and the last thing I just want to do is, let's just let's leave the noise for now. And this was the previous up move. So you can see we tagged the 50% and bounced off that. So you can see how the Fibonacci's line up with these zones as well, 50% and then the 61.8. So I definitely look at the 61.8. So anywhere in these zones here. So this is the first zone, there's the second zone. Anything in these areas that starts to indicate a bullish turn may be well worth it. Okay. And remember, I mean, the flag target is here. So I suppose we could drag it all the way down to the downside if we wanted to. We could argue that that's the actual wedge. Okay, so anyway, even if that is the wedge, that would be a target because that would be around 50%, and that would, and then this level down here would be the bottom of the wedge, which is 24,660. So, well, by the looks of things, 2,500 is going to hold, and this is the first area of support, so that'll be 24,560 to 24,950 area is the first level, and then 24,900 is the second level. If we break through 24,900, then you can expect us to target this bottom level here of 24,660. Okay, so clearly you can hear I'm expecting more downside. And yeah, I mean, this was a very gentle, well, it was gentle until the open, and then you get this volatility where nobody knows what's going on. Okay, and this is a break as well, so just bear that in mind. So that was a consolidation there, and this is a break to the downside. Although that target's been hit, I do suspect we've got more still to come. Okay, so watch these levels here for a bounce, and I think it would be worthwhile getting in on the bounce here because this thing may just trap a lot of people. So well worth it to get in on there and just see what happens. Anyway, guys, so that's kind of my play for the day. If we do rally up to back to 25,000 area, I will look for shorts. Alternatively, probably not going to look for anything on this level. I'm rather going to look at the 61.8 at 24,880 or 24,900 area. That's kind of what I'm going to be looking for to get in long. Okay, so that's kind of my play for the day. Those are the two levels you want to work with, and short the top and long the bottom. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of the day and stay safe. I'll catch up with you next week. Cheers, man.